IED.
They've become the most familiar images of the war. From the exact moment of impact to the aftermath of an IED attack against U.S. forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. Improvised explosive device attacks that have killed more than 2,300 Americans and injured nearly 23,000. Timothy Colomer suffered head and spine injuries when his vehicle ran over an IED in Iraq.
We've been blown up at a lot. It knocked us all out. Everybody in the vehicle was knocked out. However, after a few minutes, we regained consciousness and we continued on with the mission.
You say it so matter-of-factly that you were blown up.
Well, that's
what you did for a living?
Yeah.
Colomer made his living as a Marine Corps EOD TAC, or Explosive Ordnance Disposal Technician. His job, dismantle bombs before they explode. According to the Pentagon, it's a certainty that casualty numbers in Iraq and Afghanistan would have been much higher if not for the EOD technicians.
I did over 200 calls, but I know I disarmed over 150 bombs.
It's the life of an EOD tech that's told in gripping and often graphic detail in the movie The Hurt Locker. Filmmaker Catherine Bigelow directed The Hurt Locker.
What do you want people to take from this movie?
I think an opportunity to look at these EOD techs and put a human face on them and see their heroism and their bravery and their courage and perhaps the cost of that heroism.
At least 7 EOD techs have been killed in action this year. Dozens more injured.
Make sure you listen, make sure you're looking.
It's dangerous work 60 Minutes will document from Afghanistan next fall. Journalist Mark Bowl was embedded with an EOD team in Iraq. After his return, he said what he saw would make a great movie.
What's different about the EOD technicians versus the pilots versus special forces?
You have to have the physical ability to wear the bomb suit, and it's 80 pounds. But even more importantly, they have a mindset that enables them to be calm under extreme stress.
Stress Timothy Colomer knows all too well.
It's just like playing roulette. You really don't know when they're going to pop up or where they're going to pop up, but eventually one is going to go off and one's going to detonate and either injure or kill somebody.
Colomer, like every other bomb tech, volunteered for the job. It's not about the adrenaline rush or Hollywood, he says. It's about saving lives.
How does the rest of the military view EOD technicians?
I think up until this war, you could even argue that a lot of people in the military didn't know EOD existed. And then all of a sudden they became one of the most critical units in the war because of the role that they play.
The movie gets its title from an old EOD expression. Get too close to the explosion, and you might end up in the Hurt Locker. Byron Pitts, CBS News, New York.